The scariest stories are whispered, not told.
I can't bring myself to look in a mirror anymore. It's been 2 weeks since that night, and every time I catch even a glimpse of my reflection, my stomach drops. Because I know she's there, waiting. The party was like any other college party. It was late fall, finals just a few weeks away, and everyone was cramming as much fun into the weekends as they could. Ryan, my roommate, had to drag me out of the dorm. "Come on, man," he said. "You can't just study all the time. You need to live a little. Trust me, you'll thank me tomorrow." I didn't. The apartment was packed. The music was loud enough to make the windows shake, and the air was thick with cheap beer and too much perfume. I stuck close to Ryan at first, nursing a drink and trying to pretend I was having fun. That's when I noticed her. Jenny. She was standing with a group of friends in the kitchen, laughing about something. Her hair caught the light when she tossed her head back, and she had this effortless kind of confidence that made it impossible not to watch her. Ryan noticed, too. "Don't just stare," he whispered in my ear. "Go say hi." To my surprise, she didn't laugh me off. We stood there talking for what felt like hours, about classes, music, where we'd grown up. At some point, someone shouted over the music, "Hey, who wants to play Bloody Mary?" I snorted, but Jenny's eyes lit up. "Oh my God," she said. "We have to do it. I haven't done that since, like, middle school." The others were already piling into the bathroom, laughing and shoving each other, and somehow I found myself going with them. There were 6 of us crammed into the tiny bathroom: me, Jenny, Ryan, Kara, Ben, and Melissa. The overhead light was switched off, and someone's phone flashlight was face down on the counter, casting a faint glow. "Okay," Kara whispered. "We all know how this goes, right? Spin 3 times, say it 3 times, don't scream." We all laughed, but the laughter didn't quite reach our eyes. We spun, and together we chanted, "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary." For a moment, nothing. Then the phone light flickered, and in the mirror, I thought I saw her. Just for a second. A pale figure, with black wet hair hanging in front of her face, standing behind us. Then the light came back, and she was gone. We all burst into nervous laughter. But the next morning, Kara didn't show up for class. At first we joked about it, probably hungover, probably sleeping it off. But then she didn't answer her phone, or her texts, or the knocks on her dorm door. A day later it was Ben, then Melissa, then Ryan, and then Jenny. Now it's just me, and I know my turn is coming. I stopped sleeping. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her, standing at the foot of my bed, her long fingers twitching slightly, her face hidden behind that black curtain of hair, her head tilting to the side as if she was trying to decide something. And her smile. God, that smile. I tried to tell myself it was just a coincidence. College kids ghost each other all the time, right? But deep down, I knew better. I started seeing her even when I was awake. In the corner of my eye when I walked past a window. In the faint shimmer of water in the sink when I brushed my teeth. Sometimes when I caught my reflection in passing, I'd see her standing just behind me in the mirror, close enough to touch me. I stopped going to class, stopped leaving my room. I taped black sheets over every mirror in my dorm. But it didn't help. She was still there. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. to the sound of glass cracking. I sat up in bed, heart hammering, and stared at the covered mirror on the wall. The sheet was moving. Something was pressing against it from the other side. I could see faint, long fingers stretching the fabric outward, hear her whispering my name. Over and over. Your turn. The next morning, there was a message written in condensation on the mirror, even though it was still covered. Your turn. Tonight. I can feel her closer than ever. I've locked the door, pulled the sheets tighter over the mirrors, but I can hear her anyway. Soft at first, then louder, the sound of fingernails dragging across glass. The sheet is moving again. Her face presses against it now, so close I can see the faint outline of her hollow eyes, her jagged teeth behind that smile, and her voice right behind my ear. Your turn. I know it's over. There's nowhere left to hide. And when I finally look into the mirror, she'll be waiting. We all thought it was just a story. Something to scare each other with late at night. We never thought he was real. It was late August when we rented the beach house. 5 of us. Me, Alex, Tasha, Marcus, and Haley. It was supposed to be one last summer before life pulled us in different directions. The house was perfect. Big windows that faced the water. Long porches. The sound of waves crashing against the sand at night. For the first 2 days, it was heaven. We swam. We drank. We stayed up late playing music and laughing until the sun came up. But on the 3rd night, we got bored. We'd already played every card game we knew, told all our funny stories, and finished half the beer. That's when Tasha suggested it. Let's look up scary stories, she said. We all piled into the living room, the laptop screen the only light in the room. Marcus read them aloud, the usual ones. Hookman, Crybaby Bridge, Candyman. That last one made us laugh. Say his name 5 times into a mirror, and he comes to kill you? Yeah, okay, Alex snorted. But Haley's eyes sparkled. Let's do it, she said. So we did. We crowded into the downstairs bathroom, still tipsy and giggling. The mirror was streaked with fog from the shower earlier, and the single bulb overhead buzzed faintly. We lined up in front of it, our voices overlapping. Candyman, 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 Candyman. We waited. Nothing happened. We laughed. But later that night, I heard it. It was faint at first. A scraping sound like metal dragging across tile. I sat up in bed, heart pounding. The sound came again. Closer now. I opened my door and peeked into the hallway. It was dark, but as I passed the bathroom, I saw something move in the mirror. A tall figure with a dark coat, standing just behind me. But when I turned around, the hall was empty. The next morning, Marcus was gone. We thought maybe he went for a run, but his sneakers were still by the door. That night, it was Alex. I woke up to the sound of that same scraping, and when I got to his door, it was wide open. His bed was empty. Haley disappeared next, then Tasha. Now, it's just me. I tried leaving. I packed my bag, made it all the way to the end of the road, but then I heard it. The sound of a hook dragging through sand, and a voice, say it again. Now I'm back in the bathroom. The mirror is dark, but I can see him there, towering behind me, his chest streaked with blood, his hook gleaming faintly in the moonlight, waiting. I don't know why I'm saying it, but the words slip out anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the light goes out.